Good afternoon and welcome to NYFP. This is your weekly technology segment from the NASDAQ. After a volatile week in global stock markets, it's time to take a breather and look at the latest tech news. Social networking has changed the way that many people interact. The proliferation of sites such as Facebook and Twitter have provided a platform for many people to voice their opinions, while traditional means of staying in touch are no longer favored, at least in terms of timeliness. Now, this week, the riots in London and the surrounding cities garnered plenty of attention. While there has been much analysis over the reasons behind the unrest and the violence, social media has been attributed to the speed which riots were organized. That is at least according to Prime Minister David Cameron. In the upcoming week, Research in Motion, Twitter, and Facebook will be meeting with British Home Secretary Theresa May. The main topic of discussion will be on the issue of whether or not social media should be shut down when utilized for violence, disorder, or criminality. The companies are in a difficult position. Research in Motion's BlackBerry Messenger was hacked after the company agreed to comply with authorities. Sure, social media may help the masses organize and communicate, but emails and texts, including SMS, can also provide a speedy way to stay in touch. While police in London remain in lockdown to prevent a repeat of recent violence on the streets, the outcome of next week's meeting will be closely watched. And moving on to the latest gadget news, Hewlett-Packard's touchpad may be even more attractive now that the tablet will remain $100 cheaper. Last week, I reported on a temporary cost cut, but HP will keep prices at a more affordable $399.99 for the 16-gig version and $499.99 for the 32-gig tablet. Now, given the competition in the tablet market, this may be a sensible strategy for HP. There are high expectations for the next version of the Apple iPad as well. Meanwhile, Hewlett-Packard will still be able to make a slim profit on its tablet and generate more sales rather than not. And last but not least, with every week that passes, more people continue to join Google's social networking site, Google+. This past week, I also took the plunge and joined as well. Now, the site has been referred to as the professional version of Facebook. Sure, the focus of Google+ has been more on networking on a professional level and can be seen as a hybrid of LinkedIn as well as Facebook. Also, there is the convenience of other Google's products at your fingertips. But now a slew of games will be available on Google+, including Angry Birds, Bejeweled, Sudoku, and Zynga Poker. In another slam to Facebook, but cheered by game developers for sure, Google will offer developers 95% of payments while retaining just 5%. Now compare that to Facebook. Game developers only retain 70% of transactions, while the company holds on to 30%. Nonetheless, games will initially be available to part of the Google Plus population, and the games will appear on a separate page and not in the stream portion of the site. While the heated battle continues between Facebook and Google over the crown for social networking, in time each site should find their respective strengths and establish their purpose within the landscape. And that does wrap it up for a weekly technology segment from the NASDAQ. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.